Well, how do everyday Idahoans feel about public policy issues? Researchers at Boise State say they have some answers. Today, the School of Public Service released its 7th annual Idaho Public Policy Survey at the State House. And let's bring in our Andrew Bartline because he joins us live now. And Andrew, you spoke with the survey director. What's the focus of their results?
Well, these researchers say this kind of works in tandem with lawmakers. The information they find from the survey and the results they see, these lawmakers can look at that and sort of understand what people of Idaho care about, what they feel, and that can influence lawmakers as there's draft legislation, policy, and some debate. Boise State University School of Public Service conducted a 1,000-person survey. The survey chose respondents by a simple random sample, representing 42 of the state's 44 counties.
It's a very long process to put together a survey like this.
The survey found 46% of Idahoans believe the state is headed in the right direction, while 41% say the state's headed in the wrong direction. This graph shows 30 percentage points separated the two answers in 2019, but today they're separated by 5 points.
In terms of what's driving that, obviously going through the pandemic, we saw some of that tightening of the gap last year.
Survey research director Dr. Matthew May says they work with lawmakers, and these annual survey responses help aid their decision making. But some responses can be complicated and even contradicting. For example, more than 71% say the Gem State's growing too fast, yet only 28% say the state should stop recruiting businesses to control that growth.
Yes, we're growing too fast, but as long as there's an economic benefit, I'm okay dealing with it, kind of taking those two in tandem.
In the same breath, nearly 55% say Idaho needs to spend more money on roads and bridges. Yet when ranking issues for the legislature to address, transportation came in 7th.
In a vacuum, yes, great, let's do this, or, let's have this preferred outcome. But when you start kind of ranking where they are relative to one another, that's where you tend to see some of these trade-offs start to happen in Idahoans' minds.
But Dr. May confirms lawmakers are listening and the data is taken into consideration.
It's kind of one more piece of data that they're able to fold into their own calculus and make their own decision. And ultimately, that's what we hope to accomplish with the survey.
Now, House Bill, what was that, 436? I should have checked. Yes, 436, is a great example of maybe how this might play out here at the State House. Now, some of the information from this research looked with this state surplus, what kind of tax relief people would like. Income tax and property tax relief were the two most popular, more so than sales tax relief. So House Bill 436 focuses on income tax relief. The survey says that's what the majority of people would potentially want. So good example of maybe how this would look. Shira.
All right. Thanks, Andrew.